We keep hearing it everywhere. Speak your truth. I say it. I even made a whole video about it. You probably also say it. But what does it actually mean to speak your truth? Is it about your opinions? Is it about your beliefs? Or is it about your values? Well, actually, it's none of them. So in this video, I want to unpack what it actually means to speak your truth and how to know that you're doing it. Hi, welcome to Real Talks Deep Growth, a space for honest conversations and meaningful shifts. And today we're speaking about speaking your truth and what it is not, and how to actually practice it. Let's begin with what it is not. It is not your opinion, it is not your beliefs, it is not your values, because those can be inherited, learned, or modeled to you. Those are not your truth. So, what is your truth? Your truth is not a mental construct, it is something that you have lived and integrated into your body. Truth is a frequency, if you will. It's when your words, your feelings, and your thoughts are all aligned. So to live your truth is to live in alignment within yourself. There is no more tug of war or internal push and pull inside of you between what you want to do or what you should do. In fact, there is no even shoulds that are there. It's just, here I am. Being in your truth is not always about flying high or feeling good. Quite often, it is accompanied by a lot of discomfort. Being in your truth, it is about being honest about your discomfort and have acceptance of it, because through the fire of the discomfort, your truth is forged and integrated into you. So let's take a specific example, and you will see, I will illustrate in this example the difference between acting out of the belief and acting out of your truth. And you will notice that the difference between the two is not in a mental formula, but in a feeling. So let's take, for example, setting boundaries. You have learned that setting boundaries is healthy, that it is needed and to protect your personal space, and it just protects the relationship, makes it fair and flowing. So you decide that you are going to set a boundary with someone. But at the same time, you are feeling conflicted. Or maybe you doubt yourself, so you are not in alignment. Your head knows you have to do it, and people around you tell you that's the right thing to do, and maybe it is. It often is. But the internal environment is not aligned with the external. And I have to note here that there is nothing wrong acting out of beliefs or values. They are the integral part of this journey, but they are like these first stepping stones toward your truth. They are not meant to be the destination, that you're not meant to always live your life out of beliefs and values, because beliefs and values, they're not fluid. They tend to get rigid, and they tend to be dismissive of the changes and shifts in your life. While truth, it is always fluid, it's always evolving. Now, on the other hand, if you set a boundary from a place of lived, embodied experience, you know it in your bones that this is the right thing for you, that this is an act that will honor you. That is acting or setting boundary out of your truth, because your words, your action, and your feeling about it is aligned. And yes, there can still be nervousness about it, about the conversation, and it still can feel difficult to execute. But there is that core that tells you it's scary, but I gotta do it because that is my truth. And speaking from your truth or acting from your truth, it proves to be more efficient, because human beings, we can sense when there is a dissonance within the person. What I mean is that we can sense when the words are spoken, but the energy is not behind it. We can feel it. and then we can misinterpret it. But when your intention and your conviction, I would say, align behind the words, that's the superpower. Then people hear the message differently and it lands with people differently, because then there is less room for negotiation, misunderstanding. So try this next time before having that difficult conversation or setting a boundary. Sit down, get quiet your mind, and feel into what you're going to do. How do I feel about setting this boundary and having this conversation? And then there will be feelings coming up. And if you feel that you doubt or that you're nervous, just focus your awareness on that feeling. And that awareness is going to dissipate what is on the surface, and it will come up what the core of this feeling is. And there can be two things. One is that I'm just scared, but I know now with clarity that this is the right thing to do. You can feel both at the same time. Or maybe this nervousness is telling me that maybe there is another way. Maybe it's not the right time, and so on. So the key is to sit with that nervousness instead of pushing through it or retreating, hiding, and not acting on it. You just sit with it with awareness. And that's when the clarity comes. And with that clarity, you can then move forward. This is not about procrastination. It's about building trust, knowing how to take aligned action instead of reacting. And the more you practice, the easier it gets. So next time you want to speak your truth, remember, it's not about being loud. It's not about being opinionated. It's not about forcing something onto someone. It's about speaking from your lived, embodied experience, giving your perspective to the world, how you experience it. If you find this helpful, subscribe and join me in this place where I share my lived experiences. And if you're curious what happens after you speak your truth, go check out my channel. There is a video there where I describe 5 gifts that it provides you. Bye bye for now.